we've heard this so many times.
Yes, thank you very much for the opportunity, and good morning to our viewers. It's a worrying phenomenon. The government is aware, and I'm sure that retooling is the way to go. If you look at what happened at Kwabena, it's really heart worrying. If people can walk into the police station and shoot, that is something that we must all worry. And for the government, I think security is one of the most important things that we can all work on. It will help us in our investment drive. It will help the citizens as well. And so I am worried, and as well as the government, I'm sure that we are also worried that we would have to get to this point before we take such a decision. We need more police. I'm not sure that if at 2014, 30,600 police, at that time Ghana population would have been around 26 million, 25 million. That doesn't really add up. So apart from even the retooling, government is also putting in efforts to get more policemen into the service. However, the police themselves, I'm sure that they have gone through, apart from the retooling, I think we have to include in training also, including using modern technology. Policing these days is not just being there with an eye. You cannot have, human beings are fragile. We tend to, we get tired. And so we need to install CCTVs. To think that the police station doesn't have a CCTV, and we are asking people, we are going to spend, the police are given 15,000 Ghana cedis for information leading to the arrest of the attackers. I'm sure that these 15,000 cedis we could have used it to one, provide CCTV at the police station, and also the police station, the environment. You have cars parked, cars seized, accident cars all parked there. That doesn't really augur well for policing, effective policing. So let's look on and wait till the government comes up with a retooling. What is it that we are going to retool? We are going to supply body arm jackets,
armor, yes. Body armor,
body armor, and we also need to get some wearers where the police would be able to, like cameras and stuff, when people walk into the police station, they are seen. You can have a camera on your shirt, small camera on your shirt, to take pictures of people who enter the police station. This is one too many. We cannot lose another life. There are so many things that we need to do as a nation, and we need to run with dispatch and make sure that the security of the state is secured. I
mean, retooling is great. It sounds good, and that probably is a mid to long-term solution. Immediately, I mean, I would have been happy to hear a statement saying that, look, with immediate effect, we've started fixing CCTVs in all police stations. I mean, that alone should tell the people on the ground that something is happening. Beyond the talk, I mean, this attack happened on Sunday. It's now Wednesday. Let's see some swiftness, some speed.
Yeah,
maybe the president voting some special amount of money, emergency situation. Let's start doing something. You know, putting the cameras in at every police station.
Yes,
so we are gathering evidence right now. If we are just hoping that the public can divulge information, but if the CCTV cameras would have been looking at the footage and trying to identify who did what. You know?
Yes, you're right. But you see, security issues are not issues that you should be throwing out there. You would want to be hush on some of the issues. The most important word that it is going to be retooled, the service is going to be retooled. If you go into the details, then you have people who might be thinking of doing something, also finding ways of going around the system.
Yeah, but Fred, you know, if every Ghanaian knows that every police station has CCTV, they will think twice about going there because they know they'll be seen.
I can assure you that will be done. That will be done very soon. Today, the president will meet on every morning. The president gets security briefings and he gives directives. So I am certain that today that you would hear an emphatic statement to that effect. That yes, this is what we are going to do. But you don't want us to go into the details as to what we want to do. If there are CCTVs and you have a notice that CCTVs are here, sometimes you comport yourself. So yes, we need to do that, but let's not go into the details as to how we think that we are going to get things done right. It's not every information, especially when it comes to security issues, that you want to divulge to the public.
Okay, you're watching GH Today. What's your comment on the developments with respect to the Kwabenya police station attack? So IGP and the Interior Minister faced Parliament yesterday to answer a few questions. What do you think about the plans to retool the police service? Are you impressed? Are you excited? Let me know. 0246-020-580 is the WhatsApp number. And the conversation on security will continue after this segment. Now, still staying with security, Ghanaian Times, protecting airport security zone. High-rise buildings to go down. Now, that's an interesting story, because for a long time, people have been worried about the way the areas around the airports are being developed. And so let me read a little bit of this story for you. Ministry of Aviation is seeking a court order to demolish high-rise buildings and other developments springing up in and around an airport security zone at East Legon, Accra. So the fear is that very high frequency omnidirectional radio range transmissions can be affected, and airport navigation systems can be interfered with if you have these buildings in that particular area. And so they are saying that per Ghana Civil Aviation regulations, no building is to be constructed 150 meters around the system, while buildings that are within 300 meters radius must satisfy certain height restrictions. But the regulations are being flouted, and at a time where the buildings are at their heights and developments have gone on, the Aviation Ministry is now seeking to get a court to have these buildings demolished. Fred, why do we... It seems like there's a massive failure in institutions, because this is squarely an institutional issue. It has nothing to do with any government or any politician. Really, it's institutional. But the problem is now that the politicians have to fix the problem by taking it to court. Why couldn't this have been nipped in the bud?
Well, it's an unfortunate situation. For me, getting buildings that have gone up so high demolished, you can understand the cost that the developers had incurred putting it up. And so we didn't have to reach this point. But this is just one part of the problem that we face as Ghanaians. We do not follow our own rules and regulations. If you go around the cities, you see people citing containers and all sorts of things, blocking roads, building on waterways and all that. But the airport area enclave, and that's a very serious environment. I'm not saying that others are not, but these are places you expect that the rules of engagement would really work. And we've waited to this point. But we cannot continue to allow things like this to happen. I'm sure that both developers and those who really give the permits, if they don't have a permit, then that's another thing. But if they do have a permit, then those who give the permit must be called to answer some few questions. Unless, as a nation, we take our rules very seriously, our laws very seriously, our development pace would be stagnated. And so it's a very tall order. I don't have a full control over it. I don't have a full understanding of how we're going to do it. But to bring these high-rising buildings down, you would understand that it's going to create more problems, especially for the developers and even for government.
And there must be issues of compensation.
Well, if
it goes to court and the court says bring it down.
Exactly. if you have a permit to put it up there, then yes, people do this. Politicians will have to fix it. But politicians look on. We've looked on for so many years, and we've seen these buildings. These buildings will not just sprung up in a day. I mean, they take a while.
How about us jailing some of these, or really punishing some of the people who gave the permits? Because that's where the problem is. Nobody builds without a permit.
Yes, that must be taken care of. But the developers themselves also, before you site a building, you need to know what the rules are. Yeah. And then you also take responsibility. We cannot continue to pass the buck. We need to take responsibilities for the actions that we do.
Okay, what are your thoughts on this? Let me just give you some developments on the Kwabenya police attack. So, 78 suspects were rounded up. 19 of them have been granted bail. So, you do the math. 78 minus 19. Quick mental for you. That should be what, 59? Yeah, 59 still being dealt with. So, that's the development there. Let me go to the messages. There are lots of developments here with the messages. Okay, here we go. Kwamina Acidity in Ahafo Achenswa believes that the current IGP and his staff are not serious. You think they are incompetent, they are not fit for the post, and you are suggesting somebody else to become the IGP. Well, you believe Ghana is not safe under the NPP, but we also need to take out the politics from the issues of security and try and deal with the issues as we see them. Good morning, Kafui Beswa. The land guard issue at New Botiano is serious. Police has to do something with it. So this is the police that is severely under-resourced, and we need them to go and sort out these issues. Good morning, says Mensa Papilin. The problem isn't about retooling the police service. It's about jobs for the unemployed youth who have no jobs, and they think they can do anything to keep them moving. So we've got to tackle it from that side as well, the employment side as well. Good morning, Kaf. The police really need retooling. What do they need? They need vehicles and motorbikes, but they also need pistols, which they can carry on them to deal with any encounter. The installation of CCTV is good. It will help them face armed miscreants who would storm into the police station to cause trouble. Senna from Sunyani, I think that's the cleanest city in Ghana. And thank you very much, Senna, for getting through to us. The police are handicapped and also entangled with politics. And for that reason, the police service cannot operate well, and they must be left alone to work as independent security services. This is from Morocco. I love your name. Morocco from Sefri Bodi. Okay. Sefiamo in Chito, Volta region says 15,000 CD bounty placed on jailbreakers. Very ridiculous to say the least. We must always wait for things to happen, and then we resort to a knee-jerk reaction. Police service itself is to blame for its actions, and the reasons is that they are fast losing credibility among citizens. Apart from the extortion of one CD from motorists, you go to police stations with the officer on duty drunk. He doesn't know what he's about. Not all stations, maybe some. It's about time our police officers come to the realization that the positions they occupy are very sensitive. Why do we wait for calamities to happen, says Charles Anabi from Hohwe, before we do something? This has happened already. It might next be an attack on another area. We must think through and be always on our toes. Lots of messages coming in from the police, on the police. Let's see another one before I get to the next story, which has to do with health, by the way. Wait until something happens before action is done. That's what we do in Ghana. And the police service want the government to buy CCTV for them. One person can even do that from their own pocket. Police service must wake up from their sleeping. Douglas from DC. And Jonah is saying he's putting the blame on the political authorities. He says NPP has failed in the aspect of security. Since they resumed, our lives have been at risk till now. Do you understand where people are coming from by blaming or putting the responsibility of security on the party that we have elected to oversee our country?
Yes, of course. We're not shying away at all from our responsibility. I think security is one of the key issues.
Is it the biggest headache for the NPP?
I wouldn't say the biggest headache, but this is an issue that affects everybody, and we would have to act with dispatch. We have to be proactive and making sure that some of these things do not recur. Of course, the citizens are right to be angry that we have a situation where people walk into police station to actually release suspects who are undergoing investigations. So I would not blame the public with the sentiment they are expressing, but we should not continue to belabor the point. We should also offer advices, prefer solutions, what can be done. All of us are in this. The police themselves must act with professionalism. Sometimes we also bastardize them so much. We tend to, for one or two people, policemen who might have done something untoward, we generalize it and think that the whole police system is fraught with corruption. I don't think that is the case at all. And we should continue to search for solutions. Life is about overcoming challenges. This is a challenge we have as a government, and I think that we are on top of the issue. Before the end of the week, I'm sure that something really straightforward to solve these solutions will be announced to the public.
Okay, so my guess is Fred Amankwasafo. He wants to be the NPP's national chairman in the elections this year, and we're discussing the issues in the papers. I'm looking at the Today newspaper. A couple of headlines that have caught my eye. Man 32 dies while stealing electric cables. Ex-GES PRO in fresh trouble. But the main one I want to look at is more on the University of Ghana Hospital. Ex-Vice Chancellor, 2 others stand accused, page 3. And so there's a battle of ownership between the Ministry of Health and the authorities of the University of Ghana over the newly built but yet to be used 650-bed health facility. And accusations are being thrown left and right. The Minister of Health has made some points. The former Vice Chancellor has also used some derogatory language to describe the Minister of Health. But basically, this is a facility that was built by the government for all intents and purposes. Why is the government fighting the government over a government facility?
I'm not sure the government is fighting the government.
What is it? Is it a private person who is fighting the government?
We are working on that. Today, the authorities of the university will meet government officials and find amicable solutions to the management of it. The facility was over 200 million loan facility that was contracted to build, and so it's a government institution. It's a government facility. What is happening now is about management. Who manages the facility. We do not want to go through the same processes where government will take it up. So we formed a special vehicle, to management vehicle. And that is where probably the registration and some issues that are coming up. But we've been to see the presidency. We are in talk with the authorities of the institution.
When you say we, who is we?
I'm coming from both the University of Ghana and also from government. We had a first meeting somewhere last week with the Vice Chancellor, and the issue today we are going to have another meeting to make sure that we clean up the issue and then put the facility in use. It's a huge facility, but you see, when people act in the name of institutions and in the name of government, I think that they do so in their capacity as employees or as officials, but not in their personal capacity. So we would have to find solutions. There are no fights here at all. The facility is a great facility that has been constructed, and we need to put them into use. Again, I would urge that we should not shout for a wolf when there's none. Otherwise, when there is really an issue, we may not be able to find quick solutions to it. This, again, by the close of the day, something would come out of the meeting that we are having with government and the university authorities.
And you think that it would draw a line under this particular case? It
should, and I would urge people involved to be circumspect in their utterances, especially if you are part of the system. You understand what had gone on. Coming public, and I say this from both sides. If the Ministry of Health is saying things, and a former Vice Chancellor is also saying things, then create an impression that there's some misunderstanding and then government fighting government, like you rightly said. But that is just an impression that we are creating. So an issue is that we cannot always go to the public to do the public for our bidding. We cannot go to the public and fight our cause in the media. Let's go to the table. Let's sit down. Let's find solutions. It's a government project, and all of us, one way or the other, are part and parcel ownership of the facility. We cannot be seen to be fighting, because this is 200 million facility loan that has been constructed. You can imagine what this amount could do to the economy of the state and to other sectors of our lives. So let's not rush, let's not be too quick going to the media and doing the blame game, pushing issues that may not have a full complement of the ideas. Yes, government has issues, and we want to find solutions to it, and solutions we would find.
Okay, just before we go quickly, new crusading guide, Akufo-Addo eulogizes Hila Liman Wa Polytechnic to be named after the late president. Your thoughts on that?
I'm excited. I'm really excited. And I thank the president for this great move. If you remember, I think last month also, the former vice president also, Alhaji Aliyu Mahama, the Tamale Sports Stadium was named after him. President is one person who recognizes the contribution of each Ghanaian. And I'm happy that though Hila Liman, His Excellency the former president, is not coming from the NPP, he's seen it important to honor him. And we are most grateful.
Have we pigeonholed him as somebody just for Upper West alone? I mean, Wa Polytechnic is nice, but couldn't we have had a real national thing? Because he was a president for the country, not just Upper West. And the same could be said for the Vice President Aliyu Mahama, who just named the Tamale Station stadium after him.
I'm not sure if that's what we're doing. A whole stadium is named after a former vice president.
In his home region. Why couldn't we have done it elsewhere?
Yeah, but
so that we know that, hey, he's for all of us, really.
And you think that Tamale Teaching Hospital, Wa Polytechnic, is not for all of us? Is that the impression you are giving me?
I'm just echoing what I have heard, and I want your response to it.
It's as important as anything. What a project or a facility in Ghana, no matter where it is for the people of this country. And so it is as important. Let's not belittle Wa Polytechnic or the Tamale Sports Stadium. These are huge infrastructure edifices that we should be proud of. We should be thanking government for such initiative. And I'm sure as we go along, we would have reasons to name facilities for people who have contributed immensely, not just president and former president and vice president, but also Ghanaians who have contributed immensely to the development of this country. For me, I looked at the Rich Hospital, for example, and I thought that for what the former president Mahama did, if government will look at it and also name that facility after him, that would give us more, because see, Ghanaians sacrifice so much, and putting all political colors aside, we should recognize the contributions of each individual.
So excellence, just recognize achievement and excellence, and that's
exactly,
it.
Exactly.
Okay. So. Fred Awaka-Safo, thank you very much, and all the best in the elections. When are the elections?
June, I'm sure.
Okay.
June we will have to go.
All right.
I'm most grateful.
So you're campaigning?
Yes, I am campaigning.
What does it involve?
A lot. Talking to people and getting your ideas across, getting acceptance. And I'm very grateful to the people I have met. I'm grateful to the national chairman of the national council, council of elders of the party, and all the people I have met, the elders of the party that I have met, who are encouraging me, who are advising me, and who are showing me what to do. Let's make sure that the next election, this election, would not see the party with so much misunderstanding. Let's have a united party. Let's conduct ourselves and our campaign with a lot of circumspection, with decorum, and with respect.
Thank you very much. Let's go to the messages. It's all police, really, most of it. 0246020580. The issue of security in this country is something we need to take a second look at. The entire Kaswa police have been taken over by criminals. You can never get justice there. Criminals are bold enough to tell you that cases reported against them will come to naught. I think if we can really want to do something about this, we need to clean the police service. Thank you very much for that. In fact, when you visit some of our charge offices in this country, you feel like vomiting. Check all the headquarters in this country except Kumasi Charge Office. The police need more equipment. Okay, thank you. Put your names to the messages. I'm enjoying the comments. Police should work diligently on our roads and stop collecting money, because they don't normally inspect our cars well. They just use their torchlights in your face and they ask anything for the boys. From Kwesu Dako in Kukrantumi in the eastern region, where Kweku Timin comes from and he's proud of. Where is ACP Kofi Wachi? He's the best crime fighter, but because of politics, he's been removed to a place where he doesn't have to be. Well, you can't really come to that conclusion, and it's not a personal thing. He will leave the police service one day, but the police service has to function. So, but that's Akwesi Pound Sterling from Obuasi giving that comment. Good morning. I think recruiting police is good. It's going to beef up security. And the security situation also has spiritual backing. I never knew about this one. I can't even prove this one. There are demons who are tasting for blood. Wow. What a theory. I'd like to investigate this further. Do you think demons are behind all what's going on? Every policeman needs a pistol. Can a pistol fight a demon? That's my question. Edison from Benin Republic. Okay. Good morning. I'm so happy about the decision government is taking about security services. Kudos to the government. Delhi Female in Hohwe. Your names are just great. Delhi Female. Walanyo in Akwetia. He says the IGP is the cause of police's problems. Sometimes the junior ranks are afraid to open fire on their attackers because there will be problems if they are queried. They also claim that the senior officers will hunt them if they fire. If you can't defend yourself, how can you protect the citizenry? Keep them coming in. I'm loving them. 0246-020580. My name is Kafui Day. It's 7:49. You're watching GH1 TV. We will be back after this.
When I'm down and I need something to cheer me out, well, it's an exclusive drink, vanilla flavored and so refreshing. Special malt. Special malt. Guess what? Special malt makes me feel okay. Special malt. Even you in the system, before drink and see. Special malt. Special malt makes me feel okay. Special malt. So clean and smooth. Oh yeah, enjoy yourself. Special malt. Special malt makes me feel okay. Special malt. Guess what? Special malt makes me feel okay. Special malt. Even you in the system, before drink and see. Special malt.
Special malt. Feel special.
Henry, what is wrong with you and your laptop? It is not working.
Hey. What at all is going on in this house?
Your son's laptop is not working and my phone.
Me kai me mo frabrim na me maame de me ko Freddy's corner enti ene eye manager se me di Freddy's corner ho adanse a kire mabusia na de ba ko a me kai wo Freddy's corner eye se de wo siti wonim ejeji wo customers. Eba mobile phone, eba laptop papa, camera papa ni PlayStation eye Freddy's corner aha in the wall. Se ko ba to mobile phone say, o camera say, o laptop say and a PlayStation. Me ha ho bra. Freddy's corner be try you go am. Freddy's corner, your home of authentic mobile phones and accessories.
Jame,
therefore,
ma yawo hoyi brings you. Na fe yemu so mo kwan
say the therefore see no
Wada roma manento nana say nsu asem de mo ha na okra ye ba no ye de nsu ba
adai se waba efie a wa say yanyama mu nsuo nom no wo so di nsuo ba ene sai
nana eti amra
odefo yesre wo nsuo we eye ahemfo nsuo a ye de afa mfidie mu asone so aye ne kroji a Free Kingdom Beverages Limited King's Drinking Water.
Bye man. Ensure ned.
Edampa.
King's Drinking Water. Any na King's Drinking Water.
Ahi fusio de.
The
Ghana Trade Fair Company, under the auspices of the Ministry of Trade and Industry and the One District One Factory Secretariat, welcomes you to the 22nd Ghana International Trade Fair under the theme Industrializing Ghana and Creating Jobs. It will be 1 week of exhibition and enterprise from February 28 to March 7, 2018, offering manufacturers, suppliers, consumers, and various service providers the opportunity to network and make sales. The Presidency urges you to support, partner, and explore the opportunities available.
For inquiries, call 0241-818-658, 0244-173-127, 055-247-4632, or visit tradefairgh.com.
The 22nd Ghana International Trade Fair, industrializing Ghana and creating jobs.